Welcome everyone to our live stream here on lichess and Twitch. International Master Slaggy Will Paschall from Budapest, Hungary, live. Okay, good analysis stream last night. We're going to be taking blitz challenges, 5+3 casual here. Open challenges to everyone. I'm a little surprised we don't have our usual customers. The usual customers are not here, which is very, very strange. Fridays sometimes are a little different. We're taking 5+3 casual challenges, open challenges to everyone. So not just the subscribers. 5+3 casual blitz. Just a couple minutes late. I've been having trouble with my YouTube channel. What did I do? Twitch and YouTube. Having trouble connecting my Twitch to my YouTube, reconnecting it, or disconnecting it. I don't know if it's something to do with the Twitch hack from a couple days ago. Alright, Jerry Bug challenging me to 1869, challenging me to 5+3. Looks good. I've never played this player before, but why not? New opponent. Alright. Is it possible that YouTube's not letting me link my Twitch account because they got hacked? Because Twitch got hacked the other day. Impossible, right? It's just something I'm doing. I forgot to plug in my computer. Alright. E4. Forgot to plug it in. So Caro-Kann drives me crazy. I was talking about classical Caro-Kann, how everyone knows that. It's hopeless. I want to play the main lines, but I don't feel like I know it well enough. And I feel like everyone knows the theory of the mainline Caro-Kann, like 30 moves deep. That's why I play the Panov. I've been playing this all my life, pretty much. IQP positions are good for people like me who play both D4 and E4. Get a lot of isolated queen pawn because we're either exchanging on D5 or black's exchanging on C4. So, universal position that's really necessary if you play either D4 or E4 to understand ramifications of this. Here, I don't like the system for black. I guess it's playable. Considered by some to be inaccurate. You know, honestly, I'm not sure. I can also play C5 here, like a Swedish variation of the Tarrasch, reversed. But Bishop G5 should be okay. Yeah, I had a game where this went astray a little bit ago. Now I play C5. Alexei Swayton, Caro-Kann for the tournament player from the 80s, was an old book that I had. And I think this move order for black is considered inaccurate. How did this game go? After H6? I feel like I had a game with H6. Is it knight e4 recently? Or I actually misplayed it. I was surprised to analyze the game afterwards and realize I had been playing it wrong. Knight e4 going for trades, like a Lasker Queen's Gambit is common. Bijak also a Caro-Kann player. Yeah, A6 should be bad. I mean, I really should just hack this. This bishop is much like Ross Limo. Good morning, Vietnam. Black misplayed it, yeah. I mean, the whole variation is questionable, but a6 is definitely bad. It's not like he's like lost, but he has a serious positional disadvantage. We have a very strong Nimzovician blockade. I mean, this bishop is hurting. Hurting for certain. Astrobate, you made it. Very good to see you. One option is this Blockadovic over here. Yeah, I mean, knight e4 is not gonna save him now. I mean, well, still it might be a reasonable idea. I'm not honestly sure, like, my move's even best. Maybe I should just have played, like, rook e1 or something there. Probably knight a4 is wrong. But it's a blitz game. Now he has the chance to do that. You know, 2 knights against 2 bishops ain't bad. I could do bishop f6. Maybe we should take the g-pawn, honestly. Bishop f6, rook e1, we could just, like, clamp down. It's a way of playing, you know. I mean, I don't think this is bad. As long as we keep him clamped down. I mean, the 2 bishops, haha, are worse than 2 knights, oftentimes. Black has, you know, a hard time getting a break in. And, there he's very consistent, though. I mean, this is... Nimzovich is in the house. Mm-hmm. I keep going back in my mind to Nimzovich versus Steinitz. I've got to look up how many times did they actually face each other. What an iconic battle. This guy is solid for 1869 lichess rating. Look, he's trying to play f6. Okay, that's not really a solid move, but understandable. Strategic. I never read my system, believe it or not. I know it's hard to believe, but you can acquire knowledge from, you know, indirect sources. Everything in my system I learned from other players that had studied Nimzovich, you know. It's like you had a teacher and, you know, they learned from another teacher previously. I think we can resign now. I studied some Nimzovich games. Highly recommend it. I don't have... Maybe I do have my system, but I never read it. I think I, like, inherited someone's copy of my system, but I actually just... It was, like, 20 years after I became a master. Alright. Jerry Bug. So what happened in the opening there? I just want to verify this. I mean, bishop g5 is definitely White's best move. No. Not necessarily. I've played this consistently, though. Gary K. Computer doesn't like it. You know, computer doesn't know anything. c5 right away. Okay. I should just play c5 right away. Bishop g5 is not necessary in this position. Yeah. Alright, Helium Harry. I do ask that everyone has 100 rated games, non-bullet. So that's my only. There's a rated also not acceptable. I'm talking about the games. I'm like, you know. Helium Harry needs to re-challenge to 5+3. I'm not going to play rated games while I'm like suggesting moves during the game, you know. I mean, I'm here to like talk about the games and analyze, so it's instructive while we play, but I'm not going to like play rated games where I'm giving myself like negative odds while I'm streaming. If you want to play a rated game, you know, feel free to challenge me sometime off stream. I don't have that much free time, but I do occasionally accept challenges from people. All Blacks, welcome to the stream. Bijak, ready to go? All Blacks, like the... What's that country called? New Zealand? Sumehar, are you with us? You're like me. Sometimes I sit there and I don't realize I'm white. I've done this a lot. I'm just like sitting there, waiting. Maybe sometimes Sumehar's connection gets a little dodgy. I had to reset my Twitch password because of the recent hack, and I went to like go and link my YouTube and Twitch, and it won't let me. It's like, I don't understand. I'm like logged into Twitch, I'm logged into YouTube, and Twitch won't let me link my YouTube account. I wonder if it has to do with this hack that happened on Twitch. I mean, maybe YouTube is like... Alright, I was wondering if you're from New Zealand. I wonder if the fact that I can't link my YouTube and Twitch has to do with this big hack that happened this week with Twitch. Maybe YouTube doesn't want to let people link their accounts right now or something because of the hack. I can't figure out why I can't... Does anyone know anything about YouTube? I'm not like a technical guru, and I just, you know, all I did was like change my password, and I can't link my accounts back, so I can't like upload videos from Twitch to YouTube now, and I just don't understand what the problem is. If anyone has any clue, let me know. Oh, you are from New Zealand, okay. Yeah, so it's not a coincidence. Alright, Sumehar playing c4. We've had too many Nimzos, man. Too many Nimzos. Do I want a game? You challenged me on lichess. You were probably... Oh, you are there. But the challenge time is wrong. It's got to be 5+3. I keep it one universal time control so that we can make it simple. Then I don't have to constantly be like, hey, this one's okay, that's not okay. We just have one time control, 5+3 casual. If you don't have a blitz rating, it's okay. But you gotta have 100 games. So Queen C2, C5 Nimzos. Yeah, I don't know what I'm playing against Queen C2. You know, I've never really been fully happy on the black side of the Queen C2 Nimzo. I've kind of moved away from playing the King's Indian, but I really ought to play it more often. You know, not to forget how to play the King's Indian. It was really a huge part of my repertoire. No, I mean, a4 isn't so stupid, I guess. You're still well set up in a Benoni type situation, like c5, d5. a4 is useful there. I guess I could play knight c6, though. I mean, I'm not sure how this type of thing really would work out for you. If knight c6, d5, knight a5 loses a piece. c6, a5. I don't know how good that is. I assume it's good for white. So, I mean, I guess I have to go. I mean, my assumption would be a5. It's unlikely you're going to like castle queenside in this type of position after having played a4. That limits your options. Now I can play e5. I think c6 lost its mojo. We really have to play for e5. Yeah, but I mean, now the problem is you can't do the g4 castles long type of stuff. You're going to have to castle kingside or leave your king in the center. At least I think so. But I guess it's playable. It's all right. h5, g3. There's 94, 94. Knight c5, f3. Yeah, I mean, I guess your system is pretty good, actually. This a4 is playable. I'm kind of borrowing a page from that game you submitted. You know, again, I don't really recommend castling queenside here for white, which is a slight issue. Husky, good morning. Nobody ever gives me time. Everybody like plays fast, bum rushing me. It's morning. I'm just waking up. Take your time. I had to spend a lot of time here because I haven't been playing the King's Indian at all, and I bit my tongue. Kind of really painful. Injury, food related, eating injury. If I sound funny, oh, we've got. Whoa, what happened? Follow? Just had a follow. Thank you for the follow. Aditya. Food related injuries. Okay. Yes, the very subtle rook g1. King h8. Whoa. Yeah, that's not happening. Dude is like fearful. He's a very fearful player. He's afraid of everything. Check him out. He's got like everything on the 4th rank already. Unbelievable. Damn, dude. This guy is definitely not concerned about overextending himself. I think if I was your coach, I would be kind of like, you know what? You need to tone it down a little. You're overconfident. I think this shows overconfidence when you have a tendency to overextend yourself. It's like you're totally fearless to the point of like, you know, you're like foolhardy. But it's a blitz game, you know, you do what you can. White's position is overextended. How do you prefer to train in chess? Well, I'm more of a coach, you know, I mean, I don't really train myself these days. I'm beyond that. Graduated from self-training. I'm basically training other people. But I focus on strategic ideas, endgames, some opening repertoire. I don't overestimate the use of tactics, puzzles, and stuff like that. I think it's very overrated. I mean, I know people who like are 2800 in tactics, but they like suck strategically. That's hard to fix, you know. I mean, if you're really really good strategically, you can get better at tactics. But I feel like learning strategy is a hard thing to do. That's the most important thing in chess, really. All right, what are you trying to do there? You're trying to trap my bishop or something? Is that what's going on? Like some sophisticated bishop trap? We're like strategically killing him because he's overextended. He has a bad bishop. I just want to check the opening again. How's our stats on A6? Huh. It's interesting. It's very, very strange. I mean, okay, I played it super early because I haven't castled. But why not? You know, A6, it's a useful move. Nigel Davies played it twice. Very strange that no one's played this. If I castle, then you play bishop g5, a6. Still very rare. It has good score. I guess bishop g5, I don't know. I think that's the best move. The most aggressive. If you play knight f3, yeah, a6 is now kind of an established variation. Alright. So we got 5 threes and 3 plus 2. 3 plus 2 is out. Alright. 5 plus 3 casual. Alright, again, I think Sumer plays too fast. But most of you do. But if you're not playing 5 plus 3, you're not used to the increment. Sumer, are you playing with increment when you play on your own? Or are you playing like sudden death? What's your standard time control that you're playing? For the most part. Tiger Bomb. I'm mixing in a lot of e4, e5. I can't believe how few people play the Roy Lopez with white. It's insane. Everyone plays bishop c4. What is up with that? The only thing I ever play with white is the Spanish. I don't understand this trend. All they do is bishop c4. Sick. I don't know. Most grandmasters play bishop e5. There's been a movement toward the Italian game lately in the last, let's say, 10 years. But still in general. Yeah, I think the Berlin and the Marshall. But, you know, I don't think that matters when you're under 2300. It's not like other 1800s are playing a mean Berlin defense. You know? It's a problem when you're like 2700 and the 2600s are drawing you with black because they're playing the Berlin defense, you know? It just doesn't matter at this level. But I mean, I can log on anonymously, play 50 games with black, like 49 out of 50 are e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4. It's crazy, man. I mean, in the 70s, 80s, 90s, and beyond, the Spanish was considered really, you know, like the #1 opening in the world, I guess. Now I can play 50 games in a row, and only like 1 in 50 people will play 3 bishop e5. It's pretty insane, honestly. He's supposed to play queen b3 here. Castles is inaccurate. I mean, in my days, in my heyday, in the 90s, you know, you didn't see bishop c4 much. I remember Josh Whiteskin was like a prodigy when I was young, and he was character in the movie Searching for Bobby Fischer. He was almost a GM. He was one of the only people I knew who played bishop c4. It was like, nobody plays the Italian game. I was shocked when someone played the Italian game in a tournament. Like, I was sitting there. Kudrin used to play it, and Josh Whiteskin. A handful of people, really. I mean, it's amazing, you know. D takes e5, and what's going on with my Twitch is acting weird. Oh, Yuho back. Yuho subscribed. So what's up here? I don't mind trading queens. Am I in trouble here? You know, I'm probably supposed to take with a knight there. The more I think about it. I don't know what the status of this is. It might even be theory, but it's probably not a big deal. Black's okay. I'm not an e4, e5 player. My disclaimer, you know, I just pretend to play e4, e5. I've literally played e4, e5 in like less than 10 games, you know, with the board in my life. I have 2,500 over the board games logged, something like that. And like 10 of them are e4, e5 with black. or less. If that's any indication of how much I know. But I am trying to learn it. Bishop a3. Yes. But you don't want your pawn. I mean, that's kind of important, no? Wouldn't you say that's kind of important? Knight takes e4, knight takes e5. I was trying to give him his pawn back, but he didn't want it. I'm still going to offer it. What age group do you coach? I do mostly... These days, I only coach individuals. I thought about doing like group classes, but it's hard to organize that. So, I really don't teach anyone under like 13. Not because I don't like kids, but I don't like their parents. So, since I don't like parents, pushy parents and people who are like, you know, I just basically teach adults or teenagers. Occasionally I'll teach people who are under 13, but they have to have like really normal, kind of cool parents. It's rare, you know. I taught a lot of people, kids and stuff, in my past where the parents were really obnoxious. It's just, it's annoying. All right. Bishop takes c4, and I can't castle. This is kind of, speaking of annoying, this is kind of annoying. Knight d7. White has a strong initiative here for the sacrificed pawn. It's starting to irritate me. I guess bishop b6. Alright. That won't be hanging anymore. I guess I'm not threatening anything. I am. Bishop takes c4, knight e4. No, I still don't have a threat. No, technically I'm threatening knight takes e4. Alright, we finally have a threat. I also stopped f3. So, I feel like that's a mistake by my opponent, his last move. He basically helped me. Why didn't he play like knight d2, developing a piece? You wanted to join coaching. But I mean, I don't coach for free, so you have to pay me. I don't have like free classes. I can't afford to do that. I mean, I have to make a living. Sometimes people send me messages like, I want to sign up for coaching, but I mean, I can't teach people for free. Okay, castle's queenside, rook d8. But that's compensation for the sacrificed pawn. You're a FIDE-rated player, currently trying for a title. Me too. One more title to get. But I've got the odds stacked against me. Knight takes e4, no. Rook takes, sacking the exchange. Yeah, we gotta get out of here, man. We're getting out of here. I've had enough of that, honestly. The bishop on a3 is driving me nuts. So, it's an epic Evans. Yes. Well played by white. Seriously. He's really played a great game. He's 1500 in bullet and 2200 in rapid what? Yeah. That's not possible. don't really like the direction this is taking. Yeah, I mean, if someone's interested in lessons, I do lessons. But I have limited availability. I only do a certain amount every week. So, the moment, I mean, it's possible. Wow. So it just killed me with a tactic. Nice. Mm-hmm. He's 1500 in bullet. I think I understand. Dude, he's 1500 in bullet, but sees tactics instantly. Doesn't really make sense. Whatever, you know, I'm just paranoid. This increment is perfect for him. Alright, I resign. He's 2377 in puzzles, but 1500 in bullet. Okay, then. Yeah. He's like typing in his moves. It's really like, what's the CPL here? I was better. I wouldn't be paranoid if it wasn't for the fact that he was 1500 in bullet, you know. I mean, I just blundered a one-move tactic. I knew it was dangerous to put my king in the center, but this is best move. This is best move. You know, I mean, he's just coming with the best moves, and I blundered a one-move tactic. Yeah, it was a good game until here, and I'm like eschewing a draw. I mean, if I you know, I have to like play this and offer a draw in this position. Basically, there's no way this guy's 1500 in bullet. You know, there's no way he can play like that and be 1500 in bullet. Give me a break. Like, he's moving instantly when he needs to. All right. Good game. I got a little distracted, blundered knight c6. Mm-hmm. I get really mad when I suspect people of cheating. There's no way you should have like a 600 point difference between any of your ratings. I don't care if it's like bullet, rapid, blitz, whatever. There's no explanation for that. You know, you can't be fast moving and then play 1500 in bullet. He's fast. He's actually fast. What it usually like shows is that people are cheating, and you know they play really well in like classical. They're like 2500 because they have enough time to improve their moves or whatever. I just get really it's a red flag when people have these crazy ridiculous rating gaps. I get paranoid. So all right. The truth is that I just blundered knight c6 and I'm pissed, but still, I don't know. You know, I don't trust anyone. So let's see. This is the second game I lost this week. He played really, really well. He didn't know the fifth move of the opening theory. What am I doing here? C5. Yeah, I mean, 23 CPL is pretty damn good for someone who's 1500 in bullet. I'll tell you right now. That's a good game in a tournament game for a master. If your average was like that, you'd be definitely cheating. But it's possible that he had a good game and, you know, it's completely normal. For me, the weird thing is that he didn't play queen b3. Of course it's weird. You know, it's the main line. Everyone knows that. He played virtually the best he could after that. The only reason his center pawn lost his 23 is because the Evans Gambit sucks, first of all. You know, just by playing the Evans Gambit, you're losing like 10 CPL or something. Think about it. It's unsound according to the engine. By playing the Evans Gambit, you can't be under 15 or 17 or something. 23 is hard to achieve in your first game against a title player. And seriously, like, try to play the King's Gambit and have a center pawn loss with 23. Good luck with that. The Evans Gambit is close. I think it's not quite as dubious as the King's Gambit. But yeah, I'm suspicious. I'm pissed that I blundered a one-move tactic, but too steady, you know, like way too steady. He doesn't know the first 6 moves of the Evans, but he played a steady game with 23 CPL and he's 1500 in bullet. Seriously, how can you be 1500 in bullet and 2100 in blitz? You know, how exactly does that work? How does that work? I guess you're playing 30-second bullet only. That's Repun's excuse. Like, your ratings should at least be a little bit close. Like, you're 1900 in bullet and you're 2100 in blitz or something. Read again what I wrote and come back to me. Stop hating on Kasparov's favorite gambit. You often have low CPL because I know my openings. How do you have low CPL in the Evans Gambit? His only mistakes were like second, third rate theoretical moves. Do you know how weak 1500 is in bullet? It's extremely weak. You're hanging pieces, basically. You're just hanging pieces, you know, most games. People who are 1500 bullet don't just like come in and beat me the first game I play them. Maybe they win 1 in 8, 1 in 10. But he just mows me down in the first 5+3 game that he ever played with me. That's usually a bad sign, actually. When people beat me the first game they play me. That's like me beating a GM the first game I play them. It's not likely. It happens occasionally, but it's unlikely. I'm pissed that I lost because I lost my concentration. I knew it was dangerous to put my king on e7. I didn't see knight c6 check. But he saw it instantly. You know, he didn't even pause for like 3 seconds. I know it's a fairly obvious combination, but again, the guy's 1500 in bullet. So if you're 1500 in bullet, it's not that easy. You don't like instantly see knight c6 check, is my point. You would have to like think for at least like 15 seconds or something. Yeah, I don't know. I don't trust it. This is probably not a good move, but I don't know what to do. I don't really want to exchange on d4. By the way, All Blacks, I hate the London system, but I'm not going to hate on you for it. You don't know that. You're new to my stream. I hate that everyone plays the London system. It's extremely annoying and boring. But actually, at least you're not playing a proper London system. I'll give you that. You know, you played knight c3. It's this Jobaba thing. It's a little better. It's a little more aggressive. It's less boring. White's played this well. Yeah, I gotta trade some pieces or something. You play GMs and alternative players, but suddenly get crushed like against me. No, I'm just saying I get suspicious of people who beat me the first time they play me. But it was a really bad blunder by me. But aside from that, you know, he played an almost perfect game. And it's probably a draw if I'm lucky. Like, take away the fact that I blundered knight c6. If I don't blunder knight c6, I'm probably only getting a draw. The guy played an inferior line of the Evans. He didn't even play it right, and he's still not losing. I don't know. He went real solid with like f3, going into the end game. No, d5 was nothing. We're good to go here. Now which way do I take? We're good, right? Yeah, I put my king on e7. I mean, I knew it was risky the moment that I did it. It's a judgment call, and it's close. But I'm playing a 1500 bullet player. Okay, who is like, what was he, 2200 in rapid or something? Okay, the rapid ratings are inflated, but still, you know. No, I mean, I took my life in my hands. The problem, why I missed knight c6 is because I was worried about knight f5. You know, this is the reason why I blundered. I'm busy, like, worrying about the knight coming to f5, and that was my major concern when I went into the whole thing. I had already, like, expected knight d4, but it was, like, incidental that he was starting knight c6. That's my problem. He's starting knight f5 check, you know, and I'm concerned about that, and I had actually been thinking about that from, like, 3 moves before. And the problem is that that's only his secondary threat. It's a big deal. I didn't realize, you know, that there's a secondary threat. It's not like I'm an idiot and I can't see knight c6, but my focus was on f5 with my king on e7. Even without my blunder, I'm not going to win, you know. It's still a draw. I'm just managing to hold in that game. Here we got another player. He's 1600, the same thing. 1600 in bullet, 1900 blitz, 2100 rapid. At least he's a little closer, but what is with these like bullet ratings people have? I don't get it. Why are people's bullet ratings so low? That's the norm. But they're not slow, you know? I mean, this guy's a little slower. But he's still not slow. Slow. The time scrambles. I mean, the fact of the matter is, like, bullet is extremely popular. It's out of control. So I'm surprised when someone doesn't play bullet well. Yet they're relatively fast. I don't see how you could be 1979 in blitz and 1631 in bullet. I just don't see how that's possible. I mean, the time controls are they're adjacent. I guess if you play really slow blitz only, then it's possible. Move 23, yeah, sure. How do I get out of this? Damn. I'm like paralyzed. I'm gonna have to sack the exchange. Play for a win by sacking the exchange or something crazy. That's nuts. You forgot you got gifted a sub. He missed my threat. Or maybe he didn't. Holy crap. So that's quite a tactic to see with no time. We're winning. It's going to take some work, though. Will I play an Ultra Bullet match? Dude, are you serious? You have to be hitting right. I basically spend my days, like, complaining about how much I hate Bullet. You're asking me if I would play an Ultra Bullet match? Man, there'd have to be a lot of money involved. I don't think I would do it for $100. I think I wouldn't humiliate myself for less than, like, you know, at least a few hundred. Look how quick he is, you know. You're telling me this guy is 1600 in Bullet? He's actually pretty quick. All of his moves are in less than 3 seconds. That's not a player who's, like, struggling to make a move in time or something like that. It's weird. You know, it's not like he can't make a move in 2 seconds. You're 1900 in Blitz and you can make a move, you know, within 2 seconds. And you're putting up resistance here. It still doesn't gel. Like, how are people 1600 in Bullet? I don't get it. I still don't get it. I understand what you're saying about mouse and stuff. Look how good his technique is. He's, like, really trying to hang on. In this like 3 pawns down rook ending. Channel points. Yeah. Yeah, we should have Ultra Bullet matches for channel points. Definitely. Alright. Husky, Dabo, move 23. Are you talking about this game? Yeah, choosing the opening, that's cool. That's a good suggestion. I'll do that, you know, blended system for 10 million. Move 23 here in this game or the other game? B4 was very risky because I'm basically giving up the this is a tough ending. You know, I'm barely winning. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, my main move was E5. I was gonna play E5, but then I didn't think it was enough. This is a really good position. As you can see, the analysis engine says it's 1.7 better for black. That's about as close as you can get to winning without surely being winning. I often say like 1 point. Oh, you're saying I win a piece. Oh, damn. No, there's probably some bailout with d5, Husky. He probably has d5 and bishop d5, bishop b5. Does that make sense? e5, d5 takes. Yeah, he'll be able to get out of it with the counter trick like there. So now like this will be hanging, this is hanging. But I mean I can't ignore it. And then I'm gonna have to take this, and he's gonna take here. So he's not gonna have two pieces hanging, just one. And now my knight's hanging. So I have to move my knight. Let's just say here. Then he has to move his bishop. Oh, you want to take on f4? Yeah, I mean, this looks winning, but maybe it's not 100%. Both of these are hanging. This is a winning position. Pawn up, clear. Either way, I mean, I don't know. I don't like rook d1, really. So, although I have like rook a1 there, for example. It's a good position. This is an excellent training position. Like, I don't know what black should play here. Let's see. You got e5. I missed it. f5. That's just a positional move. So amazingly, it doesn't work. Okay, so he can delay the e5, d5. Like bishop h2 or bishop g3, whatever, and then he plays it later. Okay, so like you just have to modify the timing of d5. So it doesn't win a piece, and if white's careful, he's not lost. My move probably sucks. Wow, it doesn't suck. I was pretty afraid like this was like a total blunder when I played it, undermining his structure. I was afraid like giving up my white square bishop would be a problem. But my structure is very compact. This is okay. Well, now I have e5. Oh, snap. Yeah, I didn't see it, obviously. Why does this work now? Whereas it didn't work before. So like bishop g3, e4, d5, bishop takes d5, bishop b5. I mean, I'm not winning a piece, but I'm winning like a million pawns. I'm not really winning a million though. Takes. He has this. This threat on g2 is huge. Yeah, there's a lot of tactics here. I'm just lucky, really. I didn't see e5. And after this, it's not enough to win. This is what I was playing for, a tiny advantage. His outside pawns are actually kind of dangerous. No, I didn't play that well. Because, I mean, this is all I got. It's probably a draw. Anyway, I'm going to take more games. So it's all about like the e5, e4 in different circumstances. I wasn't playing for that. It's a really common trick, of course. That's why white shouldn't put the bishop on d3 in the London in general, because you get forked in any structures where black plays with d6. Generally it goes to e2, but he's playing the Jabava. Yeah, I mean, it's not surprising that happened, honestly. You missed bishop takes a6. But I had bishop c2. No, I mean, it was It was foreseen. It had been foreseen, all blacks. It wasn't like I just hung a pawn. You played bishop a6, I played bishop takes c2. That wasn't clear. You know, I'm not sure that's good for you. Computer understands position in a way, right? It really is good with space. Yeah, bishop e4. No, I was concerned about losing the a6 pawn. So what am I playing here? What do I play here? Oh yeah. I just wasted 40 seconds. So we played this before. Can you please just tell me how I'm at the end of the queue? Do I look like I program lichess? Do I look like a coder to you? Chessfan 10010? I think you're asking the wrong person. You need to write an email to the wonderful lichess.org, to the wonderful Debalt or something, and ask them, because they love when people send them messages like that. Why am I at the bottom of the queue? You know, you'll get a sarcastic reply, and some kind of wise answer. There's no logic behind why people are in the line and they're dropping, because your connection is, are you closing the tab? I have no idea. It used to be like very systematic, but lately, in the last couple of months, it's basically totally random. No, I mean, but you're asking the wrong person. I have no clue why one challenge drops down and the other one is at the top. It used to make sense. It doesn't anymore. But you can't ask questions like that of the great gods of lichess, because they'll tell you to use a modern browser or something like that. I gave up like sending, you know, I honestly like gave up asking why a long time ago. But I still prefer lichess to any other chess sites. All chess sites suck. Lichess just sucks less. That's my feeling. A6. You can quote me on that. I mean, the bottom line is that there is no good chess site in the world. They're either like totally out for money, like chess.com, or they have snide, rude, sarcastic, you know, developers. You gotta like pick your pick. Right. At least it's creative and free. What do I think of John Nunn's endgame books? That's something I haven't seen in a while. Well, I mean, at the time when John Nunn wrote his endgame books, you know, he's kind of like an early version of Carsten Mueller. He's like a mathematician and scientist, right? Nunn is like very, very, very scientific in his approach. I think it's like too much for most people. I don't know. I have one of his books. I think The Secrets of Pawnless Endgames. I can't remember now. It's not with me. I have it in a storage unit. But it was really like hard to digest and impractical. I mean, maybe good for a really advanced player. I recommend Panchenko's Endgame book, but I think it's not in English. Endgame Practice. That may not be published in English. I have a German. If you're looking for like one endgame book, I like the Panchenko book. You have it in English? All right, that's cool. I didn't know if it was published in English. I had never seen it. It's like, not overwhelming, but it's got a lot of fundamental and important end games, and it's concise enough that it's not out of control. Yeah, I like Panchenko. Just a lot of good examples, and it's kind of like a little mini endgame encyclopedia. Um, I knew it was in Russian and German, but I was unsure. Ironically, like Husky lives in Austria, he has the English version. I'll trade you my German one for the English one. What do you say? All right. What are we gonna do here? Black is threatening to hurt me. Knight c5, bishop c5, queen c5. We're gonna have to do it like that. Life in Games by Bodwinnik. I lost pawn. Yeah, I mean I just lost the pawn, right? Maybe not. Maybe death. Rook d3. What do I play here? Knight takes e5? What? What are we talking about? What are we even talking about? What are you talking about? He had other moves. I had knight takes e5. In what position? I don't know what we're talking about, but I don't know what we're talking about. I give up. I really thought I just hung a piece. That he had queen b2, but my bishop's protected. I was like, wow, glad I looked at that. There are a lot of better moves, probably. I'm still phased. I lost earlier this week to Husky, and then I lost another game already today. So my confidence is shot. Now we're really regaining some confidence here. I have good chances to draw. Theoretically, it's equal, but at least my losing chances are limited now. Better structure. Even if I was like up a pawn, I probably can't win. Take away his c pawn and I still can't win because it's 4 against 3 on the same side. Realistically. Yeah, I don't understand this line. Every time I play it, the game is different, and every time I can't get anything. But the Rogozin is really annoying. You know, I mean, it's hard. It's just hard to get an edge with white. I don't know. Queen a4 seems as good as anything. But every time I play it, I still don't get an advantage. You guys understand the concept here. This b5 seems wrong. b4 seems wrong. Maybe here I have to play knight e4. I actually have that. It looks crazy, but maybe that works. e4. Maybe at a later date. Well, b4 looks like a positional mistake. Wow. Spotted that quickly. Very generous draw offer. So let's see the Centipon loss here in this game. I'm holding. Well, hopefully I'm not going to get flagged with a 3-second increment. You can flag me in 5-0, you know, but I shouldn't lose on time there. I'm not that incompetent. So this is all best line for black. Main line. Looks like queen c2 is inaccurate by me. I have to play a3 first. I'm always afraid I'll get forked or fall into some kind of trap. a3 e5. a3 e5 queen c2. That's the computer. Which looks scary as hell. Like my king is on an open file here. How is this okay? It's a sort of queen's gamut accepted. And this is not a big deal because I can play bishop e3. And f7 is weak after that. So if b5, bishop a2, b4, this is like the game, but not quite. It transposes to a queen's gamut accepted. It's a perfect game by both sides. 0 inaccuracy, 0 mistakes, 0 blunders, 7 CPL against 1 inaccuracy. I don't know, Husky, you're really good. Alright. Yeah, but I want to see b4. Yeah, we're following this Malachapko game from 2005. This is a mistake. You're supposed to play e5. Although the engine suggests rook e8. e5 was what I expected. There I can play d5 though. I don't know what's good. So b4 is a mistake. Was I supposed to play knight e4? This is the question. It didn't occur to me till after the game that I can play this. It looks dangerous to put my queen here. Yeah, Husky's never played in a tournament, I think. Knight a4 was good. And now you did a5, which is super slow. But I shouldn't have castled. I mean, you're not threatening anything after a5. You know, this was another bad move, technically. Why did I castle? You know, that's what you gotta ask yourself. What a stupid idea. I could have played knight c5 now. You know, so he was messing around. That's his inaccuracy. Looks like now I'm better. I mean, you can still take and play like knight e4, right? But the computer says you're just worse. You're slightly worse. Yeah, interesting. Play like Kasparov. 3 years younger than you. Excuse me. Excuse me? Alright. I'm 39, thank you very much. I've been 39 for at least like 5 years now. Alright. Just, I want to clarify that. So, does anyone know anything about the Twitch hack and stuff like that? Twitch got hacked the other day and I had to reset all my passwords and stuff. And I have to reattach my like YouTube channel to my Twitch. Does anyone know anything about YouTube and Twitch? I can't connect my YouTube channel to my Twitch account. It's like not letting me, but I don't understand why. And I was just wondering if anyone thinks like, could it be that like, could it be a security issue with like YouTube? Could it be that YouTube doesn't trust Twitch because they were hacked? I mean, I can't believe that 2 days later, you know, I'm still not able to like connect my YouTube channel to my Twitch. I don't know, but I can't upload my videos to YouTube without connecting the accounts. I don't know, you know, I don't know if passwords were in the hack or not. I don't think so. I like how Twitch, you know, doesn't send anybody anything. People were like talking about it on Reddit. Like they got massively hacked and not even an email to the streamers or anything. Are you serious? No, like, hey, we got hacked. You should like change your password or Nula. Just not a word. There was a massive hack of Twitch. Massive. They got like phone numbers, emails, you know, all kinds of data, source code for Twitch. Probably that's a big deal. No, like huge hack. They're like totally hacked. They hacked everything. Everything but like credit card numbers, probably. But I don't understand. Like I can't link my YouTube channel. I'm signed in on YouTube. I'm signed in on Twitch. And when I click like link my YouTube to my Twitch, it's like you can't or something like that. I just wondered if it's YouTube not letting Twitch, not trusting Twitch anymore. I think it's people like hackers who are fed up with how much YouTube streamers are making or something. They also got they got all kinds of stuff. And they dumped it on 4chan. I don't think it was the Chinese. I mean, anything's possible. Hate raiders or something. I don't think it was like a nation state hack. But it's annoying because I can't upload my videos to YouTube now. Maybe it's just something I can't figure out, but I don't understand. It's awfully strange coincidence. Play like Kasparov. Okay. Gotta be careful here with that. And mate on that square. He's starting e5. I guess I could play knight to c6. Does that make sense? Is Spassky still alive? He is. He's going to space with William Shatner. No. The US does bit hacks too. Sure they do. But this is probably something private, industry related. But I just don't understand why I have to get the notification from a third party. You know, that's something that, I mean, Twitch should definitely send an email to all of their, not only their users, but their, especially the people who are streaming on the platform. Why do I have to learn from a third party that they've been hacked? It's really irresponsible. I mean, that's crazy. Wow, e5. Imagine that from Play Like Kasparov. I was talking about how Sumaher is like overconfident. Man, we got another fearful opponent here. Knight d4. Not quite working. Okay, this is a major issue. I don't want to have that happen. So we're playing knight d7. I'll play h6 if I have to. But I almost played queen c7 earlier and I would be walking in knight g5. I mean, I guess it wouldn't be the end of the world. I could play g6 and survive, actually. It's sort of funny, what? To get confirmation that one can make close to $1 million by licking a mic on stream. Dude, I mean, it's offensive to me because I make almost nothing. Really, like, doing something serious. Yeah, it's disturbing. He died? This is from Google. What? He died on March 10th. What? 2010. Dude, what are you talking about? I think you need a new Google. You're scaring me, man. You're literally spreading false information. Why are you, like, saying crazy stuff? That Spassky died. There's no indication of that whatsoever. What kind of Google do you use? Alright, rook a7. Scared me, though. You're like, I would believe anything. I'm so naive, you know? Check Google. Yeah, check Google. What are you talking about? What Google do you use? Google.org. Google.fake news. Spassky is still alive. At least as of like yesterday. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people have strokes in their 50s and live another 30 years. I know several chess players. John Watson, Dima Werner. It's not necessarily like deadly, but it can leave you with disability for the rest of your life, obviously. Um, it's a very serious medical condition, but it's not necessarily fatal. Watson still plays chess. You know, he shockingly had a stroke at like early 50s. Same thing with my friend Dima Werner. You got to make sure you keep your blood pressure monitored. I had a high blood pressure and I didn't even realize it until recently. But I'm better now. I've addressed it. The problem with blood pressure is that it's like a silent killer. You can have high blood pressure and have no symptoms at all, virtually. So a lot of people think they're perfectly healthy. They never go to the doctor, and then they just have a stroke one day. Yeah, you definitely want to make sure that doesn't happen. So, wow, I love the way White's playing this. Knight d4, Queen a8. Damn. I wanted to play Queen a8, but he would have had time for knight e4. I don't know. Queen a8, double attacking a2 in the long diagonal. Knight e4 would have probably shut me down. I win a2. Yeah, that's why I played rook a7. Alright, so what's up here? I played bishop a6 a lot in this line. But I think I played it against you before. So I decided to play safe. This is more solid. Here you have bishop f4 and bishop g5. Did you play this against me before? Before someone played? This is very familiar to me. Like queen b3. Was there d5? Did you do d5 against me? Some crazy pawn sack? Wasn't that it? So it looks like it's better for me to play c5 right away. I looked at this and I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, this is better. Alright. I should have played c5 right away. d6 is too slow. Now, queen c2. I should definitely play c5. I did. e4. This was critical. Rook a7 right away. The Assermate maneuver. Here I play knight c6. Computer doesn't like it because of d5. I wouldn't have found knight b8 there. So this is wrong. You're overextended. You're overextended. Alright, next player. See, he's not 1600 in bullet. He's 2200 blitz, 2200 rapid, 2100 classical, and 2100 bullet. Thank you for not being like a 1600 using an engine or something. Aditya. No, Aditya said he was a tournament player. But I mean, these ratings make sense. But when people are like 1600 in Bullet and 2200 in Blitz, I get kind of suspicious. You know, I mean, that's weird. Chess in Austria is so stupid. They don't let me compete in the open tournaments. They often say you need more than 2,000 FIDE rating to join. Yes. You know what? That's bullshit. I mean, it's up to the tournament organizers, I guess. But I mean, it doesn't have to be like that. There's no law that unrated players can't play in FIDE tournaments. If you go to the U.S. and you go to the World Open, which is like the biggest annual tournament in Philadelphia in July, and you go to the open section, you say, I want to play in the open section, they might be like, hey, you know, you have to pay more, like a higher entry fee because you're unrated or something. But I don't think that you're not allowed to play. You know, I think everyone, literally an open section, it's called open, you know. Duh. Of course, there are things like the U.S. Open in tennis, which is not really open. The point is, yeah, it's supposed to be open. If it says open, it's supposed to be open. It's not like it's illegal for unrated players to play in a FIDE rated tournament. They don't want to let the unrated players in. But not everywhere that's the case. I mean, you have to have no rating at some point. You know, everyone starts with unrated. They're just trying to do it so that maybe it's not inconvenient. You know, those masters and 2,000 rated players don't want to be inconvenienced by playing a beginner, wasting one of their games. I get it. You know, have a good sleep. Listen, Husky, if you played in like a FIDE norm tournament, like a 9-round tournament where someone could make a Grandmaster result, I get it there because like an unrated player would destroy someone from making a title norm, I think. You know, I'm not even 100% sure about that, but I think so. It might destroy title norm achievements. If you play like, if I have the tournament of my life, and I have if I have the tournament of my life and I have like a 2600 performance, but one of my opponents is you, it may like disqualify me from having a GM norm because you're unrated. That's the only real argument I could see for disbarring, you know, unrated players from open section. If, however, there's no norm possibilities, like if it's a tournament with less than 9 rounds, I don't really understand why, you know, other than just a matter of convenience. Yeah, Black has misplayed this. It's kind of like my game with Husky, but worse. I've got this parked on c5. Long-term parking. Black played too quickly. Flicker Alex 1992. Good morning, Slagers. That's a new terminology. Slagers. Fellow Slagers. For those of you that don't know, my Twitch name, Slaggy, comes from my poker handle, which originally goes back to the early 2000s. It's a tribute to my former dog. whose name was Sage. We called him Slage. Now, you wouldn't be allowed to play in a norm tournament in most cases, but I mean like open. We make norm results. You can make a norm result in opens. So if you're trying to play in a 9-round tournament and they're not letting you, I get that. But if it's less than 9 rounds, it's really. But I'm telling you, like even in the U.S., you know, they would let you play in the World Open. You know, it's not. If somebody gets paired with you, they can't make a GM norm. You could complain to the arbiter to change the pairings or something. If I'm in the running for a GM norm and I get paired with an unrated, I would run to the arbiter and be like, look, man, you know, please change the pairings, because, or you know, even before the round starts, you gotta like make a case, like don't pair me with an unrated, because I'm playing for an IM or GM norm. You know, it's avoidable. You know, the arbiters have the discretion to change pairings to some degree. There's some latitude. Well, I mean, in the old days there were no computers, so arbiters' pairings are made by human hands. But there's a wide degree of latitude with pairings, you know. It's not like mathematically forced. There are various pairings, they're all legal. As long as it's not violating some rules, you know. You can alter the pairings like slightly. Let's say you don't want, you know, 2 brothers to play, or there are various reasons why you might not pair certain people together. Friends, countrymen, Romans. This tactic may or may not work. Now he had a defense there. Wait, black has rook e8? I was thinking rook e8 with this. You can't just arbitrarily change pairings for no reason, but if there's a valid reason, they can change them. You want to avoid pairing family members, team members, maybe, I don't know. Close friends. But a lot of tournaments, the point is to make opportunities for people to have title norms, so you can alter the pairing slightly. You know, you can play X instead of Y to give someone a chance. Yeah, black plays too fast, and what a move though. Nice move. Okay, we are finally winning. But he's too quick, too tactical. But strategically, White's just dominated this game. Aditi needs to slow down and think more about strategic considerations. He's playing too fast and based solely on tactics. But he's good. I mean, he's fast and he's tactically decent. But you gotta slow it down. Take more time. And this time control, this is 5+3. I mean, it's like a rapid game almost. You gotta remember, rapid is what? What's the minimum time control for rapid? Let's try queen c2. It's very close to rapid. Rapid is 10-0. This is 5 plus 3. So if you think about it, 60 move game, 6 seconds for 60 moves. Yeah, it's a little under 10 minutes. Yeah, it's really close to rapid. You got to take your time here. And remember that I have increment. You can't play for the flag. I'm getting myself endangered. Endangering myself. Yeah, he should go king h7. Now he has to trade queens. King h7 would have been so simple. I would have to defend passively. Now it's over. He's fast. Definitely a decent player, but you gotta slow it down. You're not used to playing 5 plus 3, I assume. Please don't play this out. This is a funny move. Rook d7. Do you think it's possible for a regular of almost 40? You're young. I'm almost 40 every year. British 1600 to become a master in today's climate with the standard improving so much. Depends maybe on how long you've been playing. I mean, you know, there's a difference between like you've been playing 30 years and you've been 1600 for 30 years. And like, you know, you started playing at 36 and you've been playing for 3 years. How much, you know, how long have you been like reinforcing the same old bad habits? But I would never say it's not possible. Especially today. I mean, people are improving online where they didn't used to. I mean, it didn't used to be possible. 10 years of the same bad habits. I mean, the longer you've been doing it, the harder it's going to be to break those habits. You almost have to like reteach yourself to be like retaught. You know, I would try to treat it like that. Try to they say Korchnoi retaught himself chess at some point. It's possible, you know, to like totally reteach yourself. You know, even that's probably not mandatory. I would never say you couldn't get to master level. No, of course it's possible. If you say you're like 75, well, yeah, pretty unlikely. But I mean, you know, you're not that old, honestly. Now I can say that since I'm middle-aged myself, but no, I don't think that. I don't think that it's that. And you know, the other thing is that it's not necessarily age related. I think that it's more responsibility related. You know, why do people stop improving? It's not like they have dementia at 40. Your brain is still working pretty well. I think the issue is that you don't have time. You know, most people who are 40 have 2 kids and a job, and they're taking care of their mother who's sick or something like that. You know, if you're unemployed and you have no responsibilities, and you're 40, I don't think it really matters that much, you know, if you're 40 or 20. Um, but, you know, if you got other responsibilities, it's going to be harder, of course. But I think that's the mistake that people make. They say it's the age. It's not the age, you know, that makes me not improve. It's the fact that I can't devote the time to it, you know. I don't think that I was mentally much different between 20 and 40. So what are we playing here? Now 40, you know, 40 plus, we're starting to get dementia. Definitely some brain fog setting in. But I guess that depends. I don't want to say that it's not possible. I don't really believe that, you know, the older people can't become masters and stuff. There was this guy in the United States 30 years ago who wrote a book, Stefan Gruzadovich or something, where he was like 70 and became a master, a national master. But I think he was mostly like a correspondence chess player. That's probably really a good place to go for improvement. Kyrgyz was a big believer in that. Nowadays there is no correspondence in the same way there was back then, but longer games are key to improving, I think. Do I want to go here or do I want to go here? Man, this has like been a recurring theme the whole stream. Every game is like the c5 square is weak. That's kind of funny. A cagey way that Black has played this. Yeah, but don't let people be like, oh, you're too old to get better at chess. I mean, that's just a sort of hackneyed, you know, closed-minded view of the situation. The problem is that you have responsibilities. But you're not, you know, if you're 20 and you have responsibilities, you're not going to get better at chess too. You need a certain amount of time to devote to it. And it's not about age. Deja vu. Yeah, knight g6. Very similar to other game. Man, I hate that knight on g6, but I don't want to play g3. I need more time to evaluate this position. It's a bad knight. g3 would kill it, but if I play g3, he's got this killer diagonal. I really would rather not go there. And now he played it this way. Maybe he's right. Thought I had something here. Very, very similar to my last opponent. I get paranoid like the same players challenge me to like 10 games with like 10 different accounts. But I mean, seriously, he's very, very similar to my last opponent in both the opening style and the ratings, pace of play, everything. You're sure you're not my last opponent? Because you guys seem almost identical. So I have compensation for the sacrificed pawn. But that's it. You know, this kind of didn't work that well. I'm probably only equal. There's also this. Damn. No income tax, no VAT. That would be nice. Wait, I have knight c6. I mean, take it from a middle-aged person. You know, I mean, I really... No, I'm not bullshitting. I think that it's not relevant that much. There's a lot of factors, of course. Not every case is the same. I can equalize. Yes. Good job, me. But, I'm only, like, equal. It's really sad. His bishop's a strong piece, it looks like. Guys, we have about another half an hour. Queen e8 with sneaky sort of bishop e7 ideas. He's pretty restricted. You know, even if he had like queen e8, bishop b7, I would have knight e7 check or rook c1. The knight's too strong on c6. No, I was never in danger. The question is, was I better? Knight e7 check, take. Now he blundered? Not really. Knight e7 check, take, take. Yeah, he loses a pawn here, right? He reminds me a lot of my last opponent. Seriously. Does he lose a pawn here? No. It's all calculated. We end up with equal material. I'd be very surprised if this wasn't the same person as my last opponent. But I guess it's possible. Rook b1. You might as well just play rook f1, offer a draw or something. This is a draw. Objectively, looks like. Like rating clone of my last opponent. Exactly the same speed of play. Tactical. He declines a draw here. Heavy piece ending with 5 pawns each. Yeah. 4 pawns, whatever. If anything, white's better. I have a further outside pawn. It's a slight theoretical advantage. So it's a draw. Totally drawn. I mean, nobody's going to win this. See, basically, when you know that neither side can win, that's called a draw. Neither side should win in this position. Neither side can really do anything. But again, I mean, I think I'm leaning toward a slight advantage because of the outside, the power of the distractionary power of the outside pawn. Now he has a trick, like queen takes, rook d1 check. But again, it's like a player who's like trying to win on time. just like my last opponent, he doesn't understand the concept of increment. This is the point that you can't do this crap where you just play for the clock. That's why I'm playing increment. Chess is not about the clock. I mean, the clock is there to like make sure we can't take the whole day to play the game or stall, you know, but chess should not be about the clock. You know, the clock should be secondary to trying to play a good game. Trying to make me lose on time, that's not the point of the game, you know. The clock is just there to make sure that we can't go on forever. Or that's the way it should be, theoretically. Now this is still a draw. Probably still a draw. Maybe not now. I mean, I've got a very good outside pawn. He's actually got a really bad situation here. He's let my rook get behind the passed pawn. So he doesn't know fundamental endgame technique. I mean, I'm shocked. You know, I see people all the time. Is it possible this is still a draw? And if he had headed over immediately... I kind of doubt it. No, but I mean, he had a very bad version at the end. He has, like, I have a rook going to a4. Even if he had played the best move, which was, like, rook a2 behind my passed pawn, I'm putting my rook on, like, f4. I have an ideal position there. I can guard my f-pawn, and he's in pretty bad shape with my rook on the fourth rank, guarding g4. I was starting to do endgames with some of my students, beginner students, and the scary thing is that there are people here who are 2200 who don't know the first thing about endgames. The fact is that wasn't possible in the old days. You can do like thousands of tactics puzzles, memorize openings. You're basically a master who knows nothing about endgames. It's unbelievable, you know. Like, you're master strength in the opening, master strength in the middle game and tactics, but you don't know the first basic thing about king and pawn endgames. That wouldn't have been possible 30 years ago. Maybe even 20 years ago, it was hardly possible. But now, here we go again. Another weird Aliekin. Is queen f3 the theoretical move? Zoomer. Bishop g5. No. Alright. You have knight b4? Is that a good move? He didn't want to take that way. Interesting. This isn't much, you know, but white is a little bit better. And I was going to play g3, but then I thought, you know what? I can play this anyway. Wow. Maybe I'll take the bishop pair rather than smash his pawns. This bishop is awfully strong, like long term. No, Husky, it's fine. Thanks. I'm glad that there is an English version. I didn't know that. No, thanks for offering. Um, Very good in-game book. I think it's actually Kaisa. So, Kaisha. Is yours Kaisha? There was a publisher here in Hungary who died like 5 years ago. International Master Erde Tamás, and he had a little publishing company that did chess books. Um, he used to run tournaments out of his Ponzio. His company published the book in German. Where's my knight going? Over here? Yeah. Casabianca mentioned that they lost a number of games against Vita Levente. It's not a company with software, no. I don't think so. Vita Levente has the secret of beating Casabianca, apparently. So what am I doing here? The secret. The secrets of the universe. Grrr. No. D2 is hanging. I mean, C3 is hanging. Casabianca is unbelievable fast. Crazy how fast they are. Wow. Pieshka. No, that's a chess assistant probably or something like that. I don't know. You're thinking of chess assistant. Mm-hmm. I guess. Yeah, anyway, it's not important, but I bought this book. I don't know where. Maybe it was here. But they exported books to the States too. So what are we doing here? Why can't I win? Whoa. Damn, dude. Credible positional play. And fast too. Oh, from the UK. Unbeatable. No, I mean I thought that Casabianca was weaker in the end game, but this is not an end game. I would call this a queenless middle game. A lot of people it's harder to find when the end game starts. I've seen some shaky play from Casabianca and some tactical endings. They must be a young player, I guess. I don't know. Self-taught. This is just a rock, though. Wow. What a positional setup Black has going on. I can't crack it. It's crazy. You literally can't crack Black's position. impressive. I'm playing like the stonewall attack with white. I don't know. I thought I was clearly better, but he's set up this like perfect defensive fortress. How are we doing with time? Guys, please subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe, support the stream if you can. Maneuvering now to a different location. Wow. Incredible. Incredible. What is going on here? I can't figure this player out. They're insanely fast, extremely strong. I don't know. They're probably unrated. But I suspect that they have to. I don't know. I mean, I would think they have to be like FIDE master at least. At some point, I saw some claim that they were 2200 or something. No, I'm thinking of someone else. Check this out. White's better, but I don't know how to break through. And then when you've got an opponent who can play an almost perfect game using 1 minute for the whole game, that's the problem. 19 CPL, he used 3 minutes. But I mean, 19 CPL, I had 17. Problem is I'm very tiny bit better, but I could easily make a mistake and lose against an opponent who's like twice as fast as me. What's up with this opening line? Very rare variation. Strangely, Queen F3 is never played. It's like the second best move according to Stockfish. No, it's played in one game, but it's strange. This is a very rare line. Huh. Queen F3. I guess on Queen F6 now I made a mistake. I should try something else. Queen F6, Queen G3. That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, E6 is very rare. Drazic played it. Plays crazy openings while he's selling books. My bishop was so bad, Mr. Slowhand. Welcome. Look what he did to my bishop. This. I was sad, you know. I was sad that this happened to my bishop. I'm very aware of bad pieces, you know. Look at this opening here. Right now. This position. Bishop E2. Knight C6. What do? You take the bishop. And your Caro-Kann bishop on C1 sucks. See, this is the bishop pair. Oh, I've got the bishop pair. But my white square bishop is good, but my other bishop is like, you know, he's got all these pawns to compete with. Became a pawn himself. A pawn himself. This thing. Yeah, I mean, but E6 is not a real line. You know. You're not supposed to play that. Right? After C6. I'm surprised it's not a move here, honestly. It is, okay. But that's weird. Look at the opening explorer. It's just not enough room there. Oh, there it is. Yeah, Queen F3 here. But I think the E6 it justifies it more, you know. Computer is like, you should play knight f6. But I think this is just better for white. Yeah, tough game. I mean, if I had more time, I would try to win, but I could easily be worse with that bad bishop. I'm only very slightly better. Brudinsky. No, I mean, somewhere I saw e6. I'm thinking that it was a tile game, or you know what? Not a tile game. Yeah, maybe it was a tile game. Is it possible that Larson played e6 against Tal? I've seen it somewhere. But they had... Dude, I'm serious. It might be a Larson Tal game. Where Larson was black. Larson allowed the knight takes f7, you know, sack line against Tal, and Tal didn't do it. That was a famous story. But I thought that Levy understood the secret of beating you. Like, you have some weakness that I'm not aware of. Like, he knew you personally or something? Oh, Brudinsky's played this before. Alright, like, let's see. Knight takes d4. Last time I played 96, but the main line is actually either h6 or d6. It was h6. What's the trick? h6, bishop g5. h6, bishop h4, d6, f4. But what happens if h6 and g5? h6 followed by g5. I mean, I don't know. Doesn't that make sense? So what's the trick? Like g5, bishop g3, g5, f4, g5, f4? I think that's what it is. It's g5, f4. Because someone has sound and I were talking about this. After g5, bishop g3, d6, white is like worse? Or can he still play that? g5, bishop g3, d6, f4. Maybe it's g5, f4. And that's why I played 96 last game. Alright, I'm going to play this. So obviously f4. This is like the Jude Acers attack. This like hustler from New Orleans, who's an old man now, but he used to put an ad in Chess Life magazine that he was taking all comers to some restaurant in New Orleans. And for 30 years he did this, but he rarely played over the board. He's like a national master. But at some point, like in the last 10 years, he went to like the World Senior Championship and played, and he played like this goofy gambit, I think. He plays all kinds of weird, you know, weird gambit lines. So I guess we looked at this with the computer, and white has sort of realistic compensation. I'm thinking like bishop e6. You got f4 instead of bishop g5. But I guess it's worse. Like, he doesn't have as much leverage. If he doesn't play bishop g5, you just play like d6, and it's hard for white to really generate a lot of threats there. I guess he could play f4, d6, take, bishop g5 after. But I think bishop g5 is the main line. He had to go on... What? Mr. Slow? You can't play the simul. Yeah, I'm going to have a tough day on Sunday because because I've got a team game in the morning. So it's going to be pretty fun. But this is the problem. Like, at the end of the day, if you get your pawn back, you're like equal at best. There was this kid who played it against. No. I think I'm telling the story wrong. I think I saw a Feingold game where this line was played. Maybe Feingold played it with white. Now I can't remember. I think that's how it was. It was like Feingold played it. He plays weird openings sometimes. Plays the Chigorin. Chigorin pretty much sucks. So this looks like logical. C6. This could be like my first game where I lost. If I fall asleep here. King E7. Is white better, maybe? I have rook D2. Maybe that's the secret. We gotta stay active. This is protected. I don't care about my double pawn. And now I'm on your 7th, and I've got the C2 in my sights. So I almost played like C6, but I'm just losing the pawn there with rook takes f6. You might not be allowed to play because COVID rules. Yeah, I mean, I am really pretty skeptical about that. But anything's possible. Yeah, this is problematic. He's got knight f6. So I play what? King d8? King e7, knight d5 check. King f8, knight d7 check. So what I do go here, and it's unclear. This is not clear at all. Does white have enough compensation? More than enough? It's an endgame. I'm up a pawn. Big knight. My extra pawn is backward here. But he's also like losing his whole 7th rank, so yeah, it looks like that's a good move. But now I have rook g8. Then he has 93. The thing just keeps getting more complicated. I mean, all my pieces are active, and I'm up a pawn. And he gets mated if he takes the pawn. He has rook f2 there. Now what? He's starting rook f7. Where is my trick? I need a trick. Alright, whatever. I don't know. I'm going to take the pawn. Rook e2, rook d3. It didn't do anything. So, it just like... you know, what do I do then? It's totally possible, but I don't know what's best. Good fight from Bradinsky here. Guys, I gotta go after this game. Cow goes moose, challenged me to 5+0. You might not be allowed to play because COVID rules. Yeah, I don't know how they're going to enforce that. But maybe now things are getting more serious again here. There could be a fourth wave of COVID that's starting. I have 2 vaccinations, but my card says I have just 1. Let's see. Rook check, king f2. Don't have a threat. I am freaking out. I'm just going to take another pawn. When in doubt, just keep taking stuff. Yeah. Yeah, he blundered. That was a tense game. Alright, I'm going to take one last challenge against Yevgeny. I really am going to be late, but I have to give you guys one more game. Let's play in English. I escaped. Whatever that's called. No French, please. Does Yevgeny play the Nimzo? Wow. I don't think we ever had a Nimzo. I haven't played an E3 Nimzo with white in like years. This is really not dangerous. It's a variation. But it's okay for black. This was Roman's suggestion. It's nothing for white. Now this is not really that great though. You know, black's supposed to play c5. c6 is kind of passive. How does that work? Your challenge disappeared. You're not having good luck. Cassette deck. I gotta go. You gotta come earlier and challenge me first. Even if you're not here, just put it in the challenge. Alright. I gotta go. We'll see you guys on Sunday. It's a Queen's Gambit. Actually, Yevgeny probably plays the Queen's Gambit with black. He's playing this like a Queen's Gambit. I have e4. And we should just be better after that. But then what? Take, bishop g4. Can he do that? Anyway, it's complex. h6. Wow. The Acer mate. Could be an Acer mate. The Acer mate is in the house. Not so easy. Maybe we have a backup plan. This looks very scary for black. Oh, you mean you don't like symmetrical English? Good morning, Princess Chess. Guten Morgen. Queen b3. Man. What is black playing after Queen b3? Queen b3, bishop f8. Knight d5, pawn d5. I mean, it looks horrible. But, my original plan was Queen e1. Idea Queen g3. Yevgeny's borrowing my ideas. I mean, this position just looks really good for white. And really bad for black. But it's not over. Right? It's not over yet. My queen's on the wrong square. It should be over here. It's supposed to be over here. Why is it over there? Yevgeny's happy. He's like playing the French now. He just lives to play the French. Clearance. How about d1? Now we're ready. Ready for the final assault. Princess Chess, good morning. Hope you're well. Happy Friday to everybody. We lost a game today. A couple of draws. What else? Knight a5. Yeah. You're gonna trap my queen with like bishop g4. If I go queen h5, queen h5, bishop g4, queen h4, g5. This should be a winning attack for white. I guess h3 is okay. Slow though. Probably I had something better. Very French style play by black. The French Nimzo. Now bishop b4. Rook e2. Luckily I have a place to go. Always good to have a place to go in an emergency. We're still trying for the Aster mate. Like bishop back to b1, queen d3. HTML. HTML mucho. Oh yeah. What's that about? H6. HTML mucho. So I just take. It's tempting. G6. It's crazy. Can't believe it. And white's clearly better. It's probably like +3 according to Stockfish. But he's playing fast. And I keep cashing out too early with my advantage. Cashed out again. Bishop takes d5. I mean bishop c4, d5 is momentous. A momentous occasion. Man. This really has to be a winning position. But it's amazingly frustrating to not have a way to finish him off. Take, take. Come on now. This has to be winning. Not so easy. Sold my soul for this stupid passed pawn. Damn. Can't believe it. I let him blockade. He's a genius. I missed like 17 wins. And now I'm still slightly better. Okay. Where's my move? Where's my move here? Queen e6. No, I don't want to trade queens. You know what? I changed my mind. Oh my god. He's really gotten stronger. He's up to 2300 now on BLITZ. He did get faster. Nefedov got faster too. He was never weak though. Yevgeny's a good player. What a terrible position, and I let him get away. White's still better, but not by a lot. I let him trade too many pieces and blockade. Black's probably hanging on here until he plays perfectly. There was tactics, but I haven't seen any that work. wins. Unbelievable. I lost a winning endgame. Wow. How could he queen first? Damn. How could I let him queen first here? I'm like a total noob. This is unbelievable. After king e4, I'm probably winning. He just lost after king e4. I mean, it's fundamental opposition. He's not lost here? Wow. h5, g3, king f6. He has the opposition. Okay, it's a draw. So the whole thing's a draw, and I lost it. He's never been lost. That's so sick to lose this. Horrible game. But to lose a fundamental king and pawning game, I can't believe you have enough tempi to do that. Like, my king is just... I'm just lost after king c5. I figured it's a draw or something. I'm actually losing. Alright, anyway, I gotta go. Good games. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.